At the 29.
Check smash! Check smash! Cut 19! Cut 19!
They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Looking to put a drive together. This is Eric Dickerson, four-time rushing champ. Found a little room there as he's out to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Dickerson trying the right side. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
The Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard
Second quarter
line.
from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now it's Dart. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Brandon Marshall, 57 yards. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Antonio Gates. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Gates, 78 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On play action, here's Dart. Open man downfield, that's Marshall. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Brandon Marshall, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Steelers have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Come on, come on.
Up the middle they run with Bayless. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now a 3rd and 6.
And it's third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11, Panther 6.
Again, they'll run with Bayless. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Cut 19, go.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Stewart. And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hurt. Drop 60.
Back to throw. Stewart finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go now.
Dart going to look to throw here. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing his dart. Got an open man. It's Devin Hester. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This 2nd and 4. Dart looking to throw again. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 36-yard line.
That one complete to Bettis. Still fighting for more. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jerome Bettis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. His throw incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is stretch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Here we go, set, go.
Here's Dart. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Check, Matt. Check 19, Tiger, 19, Dragon 60.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brandon Merriweather.
That keeps the score. Steelers 27, Dolphins 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's across midfield. He's got room at the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Dickerson on the handoff. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To throw, Dart. Austin's got it left side. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the air, Dart. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Dolphins touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
The Dolphins.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Ready?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
hop, step, here we go. 60 Vikings, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Ready?
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Come on, come on. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, it's Stewart. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Taking him down as a veteran, Darrelle Revis.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Dart. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing, Dart. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Running it with Dickerson. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now, Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
A carry for Dickerson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now first and goal.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Keep pushing the ball downfield.
Inside give to Dickerson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This is 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And that's complete to Gates. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, that one well designed, as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's back to throw. Right side catch. This is Gates. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10.
Curve 19. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
At the 50-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go, set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL